Alright guys, thank you very much for putting up with us for that quick intermission. My name is Joseph, one half of the Power Couple. Welcome to our live stream, part 2. What we're doing is we played Super Mario Maker 2 for about 2 hours, and now we are going to switch over to playing some Final Fantasy XIV. Normally we have it broken up to where I play the first 2 hours, Stephanie plays the second 2 hours, but she is away for the week. She will be back on Friday evening. You will still be stuck with me on Friday for the entire 4 hours. Hooray. But enjoy the next 2 hours. We're going to make a push for Ishgard. Really looking forward to it. For those who are tuning in, thank you so much for doing so. If you are not already, please follow us here on Twitch. If you're looking for any prior streams that we may have had, head over to our videos on demand. You can see our streams for the last 14 days. Unfortunately, no more because we are still on our path to affiliate. However, if you're looking for older streams than that, head down below against the stream, or beneath the stream, more like it. Head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications for Power Couple content as it gets uploaded. Also, head over to our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook page, and like us on there for additional Power Couple content. With that out of the way, I think we're ready to get down to business. That is really loud. I put the volume way too high. Not for you guys. You guys are all set. It's stable for you on the desktop audio. But for my headset, it was up there. So it was rough. You know, guys, there's a lot that goes into the switchover. So a good example is when I am utilizing the Elgato HD60 game capture card. That actually requires to where I have the input from the Switch going to the, the output from the Switch going into the input of the HD60 capture card, and then from the output going to a TV. Normally I have 2 TVs. On the right-hand side, even though I'm pointing to my left, I know that that's your right-hand side on the stream. That right-hand side is where I have the Streamlabs OBS for me to see how things are going, switch, scenes, make sure I'm interacting with you guys. That's my one-stop shop for that. Over on this side, actually, which is my left, but I'm pointing to the right. This is so weird, guys. That's actually the TV that I have that allows me to see the game. When I am doing the Elgato HD60 game capture and I'm using, the Switch, I actually only have one computer screen for use. So that means that I have to maintain the screen for, the Switch, where I can watch and play, and then I have to interact with you guys over here. Obviously, it's the same even if I have both going on, but it actually requires me to unplug some stuff, replug some stuff, switch things around in wires, and then we're able to get moving and grooving. So I think it was like a 2-minute switchover time period, and then I gave myself a couple of minutes just to send out a couple of text messages. But very happy to be getting down to playing some Final Fantasy XIV with you guys. Do I want us to experience the theme song here? I really do. I know I said on a previous stream a while back that we would listen to it and you'd watch me get pumped, and I do like air drumming because I'm silly like that. But we're gonna jump on. You guys know it's my favorite time. Whenever we play Final Fantasy XIV, it is time to wait in queue. We'll log in with Roger Moore, and just like clockwork, we see that there's 29 people in front of us. We are level 54. Paladin is our major class. Like I said, I think Paladin's going to be where we're going to rest our hat for any expert or end game content, because Paladin, in my eyes, is the, it is the best tank. So we do want to make sure that we level this up, that's where we're doing, the Shadowbringers content. That's where we're doing, again, the end game content. However, I am pumped for getting Gunbreaker. We will eventually get there one day, sometime soon, possibly within the year. Jokes Hopefully it's a lot sooner than that. But what we're hoping to do is get to Ishgard first, because we need to... Oh, man, this is when I realized that... I realize now where we left off and what that means for us. So, my apologies, but you're gonna have to kind of sit with me and wait for a little bit, because we need to complete the following Primal battles. We need to do the dungeon requirement, Bowl of Embers hard, the Naval hard, and Howling Eye hard. So we need to make sure that we do those. That's going to require us going to our duty finder, going over to our trials, going to these 3. So we need to do... Do I even have those available for me to do? One more time. Bowl of Embers, Naval, Howling Eye. One will make the assumption that I do not currently have those. So that means I need to find them. And then once I find them, Captain Nugget saying, "Look at me, I'm the captain now. Look at me, I'm the captain now." Well, my friend, you are indeed the Captain Nugget. But I am not Tom Hanks, and this is not a boat that is being taken by pirates, Somalian pirates. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Do I have it and I just am a dum-dum? I have the Bowl of Embers, the Naval, the Howling Eye. Those are the 3 that I need to do. I need the hard version of them, though. So that means I need to find whoever has the hard version of these. Would help if I knew what I was doing. There is a Mario Odyssey version of that. Interesting. Alright, come on now, Joseph. There must be something somewhere that will let me know what I need to do. Knowing me, I probably have the quest already lined up, and I have just... It's been so long since I've gotten into a good groove of playing this. Yes, and that's exactly what I've done. I already have the quest. I just need to complete them, and then I can have access to it. But when you're bouncing back between games, and it's been so long, and you're not doing enough of your, what is it, the... let me get that up one more time so everyone can see. When you're switching back between games and you're not steady on one, you tend to lose track of what you're doing, and you tend to just log on and just go, as our friend Roger Moore does. Alright, let us jump on the Magitech armor and make our way over to turn this in. Are you gonna let me in? Why do I feel like this is not where I want to be? Definitely not where I want to be. That's okay. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, it seems. right way, but going anyway. I think I'm good. I think this is the way I want to go. I will admit, just running through a beast tribe like that in a Magitek armor is pretty boss. Do like. Now we can go to the Aetheryte. Attempt to attune to it, and then move around like a dum-dum, and not attune myself to it. Ifrit bleeds, we can kill it. Which, for those who don't know, that is a quote in reference to Rocky 3? Maybe Rocky 4? Maybe Rocky 17? I know it's to the Rocky series. If I remember correctly, Rocky 1 is him going up against Apollo Creed. He loses. And then number 2 is when he goes up against Apollo Creed for the rematch and he wins. 3 is Booker Lang and that whole saga. And then I think 4 is when Ivan Drago is the whole storyline, Cold War, late 80s, early 90s, and Rocky is America's hero, and he comes and beats the Russian. So, spoiler alert, he wins eventually in the movie, just as he does in almost every other movie. But in there's a quote to where at this point Ivan Drago has been just an absolute monster. No one's even put a dent or a scratch on him. And then eventually, as he's going up against Rocky, I believe in the rematch, because I believe the first time they fight, Drago beats him very, handedly, very quickly. And then there's a rematch, and then he fights him again for a second time, which is called a rematch, so I'm repeating myself. And then he gets him to bleed, and I forget who it is in the corner, one of his scratch guys or one of his friends, he goes, oh, hey, he could bleed, we could defeat him. And that's kind of where that comes from. So we will jump on board of the Bowl of Embers hard. We'll see whether or not, if that's going to be a long waiting period. We will go to our journal. This time's for fun. That's not it. Legacy of a log. That's not it. Alright, so I do not have the other two quests. So, if this one came from Ul'dah, then if we were to make our way downtown, Faces Pass and I'm homebound, we can hopefully find one in Gridania, and the other one should be in Limsa Lominsa. So if I were to teleport, we'll go to Gridania, and that's alright, I'm just gonna let it happen. Just gonna let it happen. I don't like using my my tickets, but I did. Normally I mean to press no so I can just pay with Gil, but we all know that we don't know how Gil feels about that. Alright, so let's sprint, hit these two quick markers for a quest that we already have. While we wait. Alright, so we are gathering information from the residents of Gridania. That is 3 out of 4. Here is number 4. Damned if I know what this was. Alright, so now I've gathered that information, I can report my findings to Lewin, whoever that is. All in the name of passing time while you wait for a dungeon to fill up. I think this is a good time for me to do my obligatory PSA for everybody, which is if you are new to the game, or if you are returning from a hiatus and you find that your server is not to your liking anymore, maybe your free company is dead and you're looking for a new beginning on a new server, I ask that you go to Mog Station and fill out a transfer server form, because of the fact that if you are looking for that new beginning, guys, it's a great opportunity. You know, for me as someone being on Zalera, I joined in Zalera to make Roger more because I'm here to help people. I'm here with a new character, and even though I'm a horrible player, I can take some of my experience to help newer players. I'm able to contribute to the world. I'm able to sell stuff on the marketplace. I'm able to be yet another butt in a seat that allows us to fill up dungeons a little bit quicker, so this way people are not waiting for a long period of time. If you do that, again, go to a preferred server. Preferred server just means that the population's a little low, it's not as active as it needs to be. You join up, your benefit is increased experience. Allows you, especially if you're looking to do Heaven Ward content, not Heaven's Ward, sorry, good lord, it's Shadowbringers content, that allows you to be able to do that a little bit quicker, and again, you're helping other people as you go along doing it. It's a win-win for everybody. So again, if you make your way over to Zalera, send me a friend request. Happy to speak with you, happy to play with you. Maybe perhaps you can help me not stink at this game, or you can help me defeat Ifrit. I used to call it Ifrit for a long time, and it just doesn't make sense because it clearly has I and then F-R-I-T. Let's say hello to our party. We'll say, huh? I really have no strong feelings about what role I'm going to play. Apparently, I am going to be first tank because I have control of Ifrit, I said it. I knew I was going to say it. Of Ifrit. All the entities over on me. That means I have one job. Holding this guy. Alright guys, get on those infernal nails. We kinda need that. Otherwise we die. I'll even put on hallowed ground so this way healers don't have to spend as much time. One more. I don't think we made it. I don't think we made it. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Just made it by the skin of our teeth. Come on. Come on now. Should be good. I really don't imagine there's going to be any issue moving forward. We have no more nails to be dealing with. We can just burn him and be done with it. Alright, made it through. Bowl of Embers hard, completed. It'll be a little bit more difficult when we have to do this on extreme mode. I remember having such a difficult time when we were trying to do Titan Extreme. Alright, so I rolled Need for Ifrit's Blade just because I can and I want. So I did, and thankfully I was able to get it. Is it an improvement? No. In fact, it's a pretty big downgrade for me. But that's okay. I am a collector, and I want my weapon, so I got it. Alright, I can leave the duty. I only got 2 player commendations. Normally, if you are the main tank, you know, healers and tanks should be the individuals that normally get the commendations, unless you have a really, really good DPS. Then maybe perhaps they get the nod. Who is that man in black? We can complete that. The Dark Divinity. O Lord Lewin would seek the counsel of others. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. It is as I feared. The rumors bear a most insuspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the Dark Divinity. So we are to seek out brother Oapesi, not Oap Pepsi. I would know what he knows, and be swift. If Odin is truly come to the shroud, time is not on our side. We are not going to be focusing on that. We are going to leave here. I'm going to attempt to find where we can get our next quest that we need. Because we still need to do the bowl, no, not the Bowl of Embers, but the Navel and the Howling Eye. We'll go to the Mikado Amphitheater. Does not seem to be here. What is one to do? I really don't have it, do I? Well, let's make our way over to Limsa Laminsa, see if anything comes up there. I'm not going to use an Aetheryte ticket, because I know better now. That is definitely not Limsa Laminsa. What do we got here? Out of the blue. What do you want? Oh, yay! So this is out of the blue. This is the Blue Mage quest line for us to get the class. Again, that's a single player only class. It's not something that we can utilize in group play. So, and we will eventually go down this road. However, it will be nice to just get the quest started, so we can at least do that much. Fun thing about Blue Mage is just being able to go around and get a bunch of monster skills that we can use. Personally, I'm not aware of how strong the Blue Mage class is. I'm assuming if it's a solo class that it's supposed to, you know, maybe it's a little overpowered. So this way you can hold your own. Alright, let's go to the Ethernet Culinarians Guild. Let's see if we have any quest up here. There's none. Man, dude, you've got to have something. You have to have something. Go to your journal. Let's see what they got for me. Judgment, Bolts, and Lightning. Hard. But it's not one of the ones we need. I'm not tired, you're tired. Alright, let's head, just because I am all over the place, guys, we're going to head back to Camp Dragonhead? No, I don't want to go to Camp Dragonhead. That is not where I want to go. I want to go to Mordona. Your boy doesn't even know where he's going. I'm all bent out of shape. Revenant's Toll, Mordona, we're good to go. Captain Nugget, my apologies, I didn't see what you had posted on the chat, but it says here, for Fire Emblem 3 houses, Captain Nugget decided to go with the Black Eagle house, which is what I had picked for our Let's Play 3 houses stream. So we'll be on the same game path. But for my own personal play, I decided to go with the Golden Deer. I did not want to do that. That's okay. Slothborn. It is what it is. She's a little forceful. Not a big fan. I'm over here attempting to save the world. And her reasoning is, we're distracting Master Garland, who could be making great things, so the least you can do is give me your Magitek armor. Hopefully we get something out of this. I'm willing to bet we do. Alright. Damned if I know what any of the parts are that she's asking for us to bring to her, but thankfully we don't really have to know. We just have to follow directions. Be a good little soldier. And we will, just not right now. I've only got like 50 quests lined up at the moment, so... What's one more, right? What's one more? Let's go to the Rising Stones entrance, see if there's another quest that's there now that we did the Bowl of Embers hard. Hopefully now maybe another one popped up. That'll let us know. And the answer to that is no. I may have to break out like a Final Fantasy XIV wiki, man. Just because I am not in good shape trying to figure out where in the heck I get the Naval Hard and the Howling Eye Hard. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I don't feel like wasting so much of your time. So I'm breaking out my cell phone so I can look this up. Alright, good ol' Final Fantasy XIV wiki. Let's go to general information. Apparently no. Apparently the Howling Eye. So it says the Naval Hard is a level 50 trial. It requires, as you guys are forced to stare at my bald ass head. Anyway, so it says the Naval Hard is a level 50 trial. It requires a full party of 8 players. In the Naval Hard, players are required to defeat the Mytal Primal Titan. The trial can be unlocked after completing the Howling Eye Hard. So now we need to go to the Howling Eye Hard, which I'm assuming we just unlocked. Alright, so let's see. Players must be level 50 and must have completed the following. A recurring problem. Ifrit bleeds, we can kill it. And in for Garud Awakening. Let's head over to our journal. Let's see if we have any of these already on here. I do not see any of that, so that means we should be able to get this. Have we done the Howling Eye Hard already? That's the question. Let's go to the Duty Finder. Apparently we've not done the Howling Eye Hard. So where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? In for Garud Awakening. Alright, Papalaimo and the Waking Sands is apparently where we need to find here. So do I really have to go to the Waking Sands? Do we have to? Yes, yes we do. We need to find Papalaimo though. No, no, Papalaimo's here. Alright, IDK, my BFF Jill. Alright, let's see what we got here. Just for the hay of it, we will transport over to Horizon. I'll go to the Waking Sands. just because. It's been a rough stream so far, man, at least for this one. Maybe this is my just desserts for not playing Sims 4, like Captain Nugget was asking for, because I wouldn't be having this much trouble if it was Sims 4. Alright, this looks a lot more familiar to me, so I think we're good. I think speaking with Papalaimo and Oriangea is gonna get us what we need. In for a Groot Awakening, Yas, Queen. Alright, so now we can get through this. What do you got for me, Oriangea? You got Whirl of a Time. Thanks. And the Shiva equivalent of that. Thank you. Drop Dead Shiva. All I care about, though, is getting through Garud Awakening. Yes, I did want to transport, teleport, whatever port there. No, I don't want to use my Aetheryte tickets, and yes, I want to throw Gil at it and make it go away. Alright, run, run, run. We can do it. We can get through this. Hopefully it's just another 5-minute wait. Garuda is a pain in the tukish to begin with. So even doing that on normal difficulty is rough. So on hard and extreme it can be difficult because you need people to cooperate, and if people are not paying attention, you can die. So that's kind of how the way the cookie crumbles most times. So hopefully when we do get this going, it's a short wait, hopefully less than 5 minutes, and then when we're in there, hopefully we have a good group that doesn't get us killed. Captain Nugget saying, I have another recommendation for a game for you to play. It is called Star Ocean: The Last Hope. So, I have not played Star Ocean: The Last Hope, but I have played basically every Star Ocean except for Last Hope and Star Ocean 5. I believe that those are the only two that I haven't played. One of my favorite games of all time is Star Ocean: The Second Story. So that originally came out for the PlayStation 1. Like I said, that is one of my favorite of all-time games, is Star Ocean: Second Story. Almost always play the Claude wrote, and always go for Reyna. Because that's canon, guys. You gotta keep the couple together. Reina Dias makes no sense. I mean, maybe to some people. It's not to me. Give it a play. It's worth your time. They did port it over to the PSP, which I think it's a decidedly better version on the PSP. And I believe it was just Star Ocean Second Story is what they called that one. So that was a really fun game to play. So I owned the original Star Ocean, the Second Story for the PlayStation 1, and I also have Star Ocean Second Story for the PSP. Alright, it's time for Garud Awakening. Get rid of Bowl of Embers, Howling Eye Hard, join, and let's see how long of a wait we've got. Hopefully not too long. Alright, less than 5 minutes. I'm happy with that. I'm content with that. So I do have to say that oh good, this is filling up a lot quicker than I was expecting. So hopefully we'll be in there within the next minute. But it looks like we're gonna go through this Garud Awakening. We'll do the Howling Eye on hard. After that is done, that should unlock another, which means that'll unlock another, and then we're done. So we've got 2 more. Actually 3 more, I'm sorry, because then that one unlocks another, which unlocks another, which unlocks another. So we've got 3 more Primal battles that we're going to have to go through, and then we will be golden. So yeah, so it appears to me that... Oh, withdraw. Why am I on the Bowl of Embers? I want the Howling Eye. Well, your boy's a dum-dum. Good thing I noticed that, albeit a little too late, or a little too much time had passed for my liking. All right, so now we're gonna have to wait some more. Anyway, so it looks like after the Howling Eye, that will unlock the Naval Hard, and then after the Naval Hard, that will open up, I believe, the last one that we're gonna need to get, which I've already forgot what that was, but that's okay. No, we're good. Howling Eye, then the Naval. Eye, then Naval. And for those, I was pointing to my belly button. So much fun. Just waiting. This is, honestly, this is the reality. That's why I always, every stream, guys, I always talk about the importance of, again, if you are on a server that you're a little bored with and you're looking for a new adventure, maybe you want to start a new character, really think about jumping over to a preferred server, because it'll help make this wait with you guys a little less painful, because if we've got some great people joining us, and we've got some great people coming to an underpopulated server, it really ends up making it better for everyone. You know, I wait less time, I'm happy. And other people that come in, if you are transferring a character, look, nothing better than getting a boost of experience as you're either catching a character up or you're trying to do some of the newer content. So it's a win-win for everybody. Always want to make sure that I mention that. So far we've got 2 tanks, we've got 2 out of the 4 DPSs, no healers, they're always late to the party, they've got better things to do. And just like that, we are filled. Commence, we can get down to business. Side note, while we continue to wait, today is my mother's birthday. So, my mother, Linda, turned 71, I don't think I'm supposed to say that, She turned 71 years old today. So for me, I'm old, and I'm 30. I kind of feel like the oh God, what was the college football coach? I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 30. It's not going to take me that long to mature, although that guy didn't seem very mature anyway. But so I'm 30, which means that at 40, my parents made the best mistake of their life by having me. And now here we are. I'm 30. She's 71 now. So a big ol' happy birthday to my mama. And let's... No, we're not gonna skip it. I gotta stick to my rules. My rules is, whenever we're doing main story quest, I let you guys read, I let you guys watch. I try not to be too much of a pain in the butt, so you can enjoy all the streaming, apparently. She is bat crap, although more like bird crap crazy. Unintended. Alright. Let's say hi to our party. Let's see, we've got a Gunblade, so I will let him take lead, unless I steal it from him otherwise. Would help if I, you know, got behind the damn thing, which I did. I was able to do it in time, but still. Let's zoom out. Razor plumes. Let's get on the ads, guys. Alright, that works. So normally when you are playing, and you're a tank, there are two roles. You've got your main tank, and that's going to be normally whoever has the better gear, whoever's the higher level one on average, the better tank ideally is kind of how you look at it. That individual should be tank number 1, and then tank number 2 is essentially on ad duty. So we're not doing too great. This is a botched run. But normally, whoever your first tank is going to main the boss. It's their responsibility to hold on to the aggro for that boss. And whoever the secondary tank is, it's their job really to make sure that they're managing all of the ads. Thankfully for us, we've got really good DPSs who are on top of really staying on top of handing out that damage. So it wasn't a great run, but thankfully we were able to power through it. We were able to make it happen. Alright, Garuda's Scream. I'll greet it. And I'll wait. Oh. It looks like Thompson here rolled a 96. There's no way. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. That's fine. That's okay. We can't win it all. I did get 2 player commendations, so that's good. Super happy to always get those. And then now we need to make our way to do the other one. So I think we're gonna make our way back to Horizon. Once we make our way back to Horizon, we'll speak to Papalimo again. I think he's gonna have the naval hard for us. That makes me feel really unfortunate and awkward when I say it that way, but he should have that ready for us to take on. So we make our way back to the Waking Sands. Captain Nugget saying that he is taking control of the chat. My friend, for this stream, you are the chat. Victor Vicious, feeling like a Cowboy Bebop reference. Alright, I had to check the phone. Did not want to go that way. I wanted to go this way. Alright. Ishola's got in a Titan spot. All the puns, all the time. We can make our way to go do Titan hard. Go to Maelstrom Command. Sorry guys, not to be rude, still need to send out some text messages. All right. Okay. That should be good for now. We can now make our way over to Maelstrom Command. If only I could remember how the hay to get there. Is this even the way to get there? Or we need to go to upper decks? It would make sense that we need to go to the upper decks, because your boy's not that smart. I don't know how to read maps. Alright, Ethernet, the aft castle. Now we are good to go. I hear fireworks. I don't know if you can see fireworks somewhere in the sky. I feel like I should probably up my graphics if I'm gonna be able to do that. Whenever I play this game, I have mild ADD. Oh, there are the fireworks. All right, look at that. That's actually kind of cute to have the fireworks there. I feel like you got kind of like a Disney theme going on with the blue light and the fireworks, and it's not really a castle, but you know, you gotta have like a "when you wish upon a star" kind of moment. FYI, makes no difference who you are. one day or another we're gonna have to break out Twitch Sings, so you guys can listen to some really bad singing from me. Stephanie's a very good singer, so you guys would probably... Actually, she's mostly better at everything than me, so by all means, you can watch her kick my butt at Twitch Sings. I will always have her number on Mario Kart or any Mario related party game or anything like that. Captain Nugget saying, "Hey Joe, do you remember the soda that is 7-Up?" I do. I do remember the soda that is 7-Up. It is still around. It's still out there. You can still find it on shelves if I remember correctly. He says that he lives across the street from a convenience store that sells 7-Up. Very cool. Alright, we're gonna go to Outer La Noseca. I feel like we should be doing like a salsa or something. Alright. Change of music. Nope, you gotta not move when you're trying to get in your Magic Arm, boy. I will admit, not a big fan of this area. Never was the first time around that I played. Not a fan now. Nope. I'm not saying that it gives me the creeps, but I'm not saying it doesn't give me the creeps. And not a big fan of the of whatever these things are. They remind me of like gremlins or something, and that bothers me greatly. Alright. We are here. Attune ourselves to the Ugamaro Aetheryte. Time to jump on the Naval Hard. Please don't jump on the Naval Hard. That sounds like a bellyache waiting to happen. Stomach pain I don't want to be a part of. Let's see if I can put the glasses back on now. Without ruining my headset. Did I pierce it? No, we're good. Alright, so we are now waiting, at least on the bright side, guys. This is the final Primal, at least for this little arc. Once we're done with this, we can go to Minfilia. She'll have the next quest line for us for the Master Quest, good lord. That's like Master Sword, main quest. It's all trapped in there. It's one big conundrum. But the main quest will be able to start back up as soon as we are done with this. This seems to be going quickly. We're only a minute into waiting. We've got 2 tanks. We've got 4 DPSs. Healers, up your game, guys. We need more healers. Come on. I am getting some pretty good flame seals from this, though, so maybe I can no longer be a private, and I can jump up to whatever the next level is. I forget what that is, but I think I'm currently a first class. Yeah, so Flame Private First Class. I think after this it's Flame Corporal. I'll take it. I do like how they have it all set up here to where you've got Petty Officer and Shoulders. Good Lord, Joseph, you can tell I'm tired. It's only 9:28 p.m. Petty Officer and Soldiers. And then you've got your Commissioned Officer. Ain't that something? That was one line of, or at least one potential path after law school was, you know, there is the option. It's JAG. So for those who are unaware of JAG, think of it kind of like lawyers within the armed forces, right? It's a great opportunity for a lot of people, and I think if you enlist, depending on which branch you go into, but for example, I think if you went into the Air Force and you went in through the Officers Academy, I believe that you would start off as a first lieutenant with the ability to move forward as a commissioned officer. So I thought that was an interesting thing. I know I had one friend from law school who went that path, and definitely thank him for his service, and all of our veterans for sure. So officer school is an option, and maybe perhaps we can make our way from petty officer into second flame lieutenant eventually one day. Welcome back, Captain Nugget. I'm assuming you went to go get 7-Up, since you were talking about that. All right, 4 minutes. Step up your game, guys. We can't be waiting forever. Oh, good for you. So, Captain Nugget went and got water, not soda. Good, healthy choices. Of course, the one that we wait the longest on is the last one that we need, just as we are on the cusp of being done. It's like, nah, you're not done. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of an extra weight for you here on this one. Alright, the naval's hard. Again, it's a little uncomfortable to say. The naval hard is ready to go. We're just waiting on 3 DPSs. Come on. 2 DPSs. Come on. Don't make me break out a... one more. Come on. I know I always mention it, but I always want to be a tank or I want to be a healer because your wait times are just so much better if you are a tank or a healer. As a DPS, you've got so many more people to contend with. What was a 5-minute wait for us turns into, you know, a 15-minute wait for a DPS. So that's why I'm always trying to be a tank. I'm always trying to be a healer. So my apologies to my DPS friends. Alright, Titan Extreme is difficult. Hard's not... I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's certainly easier. pretty straightforward. The rotations get a lot harder when you make your way into the extreme level. I remember, like I said, this was a really difficult one for everybody. I'm getting absolutely bombarded. Oh god. Noob move. Noob move. Well, now we get to watch from afar because I suck. Lovely. Here I am talking garbage about how, you know, oh, it's easier than extreme, and then I go ahead and get myself blasted like that. So, that's like the one thing you don't want to do, by the way. You can die, you know, on the field, that's fine. Your healers will be able to bring you back up. But doing what I did is just unacceptable. And since I'm the only one dumb enough to actually die by that, so we actually, unfortunately, don't get to join up again. And we have to watch from afar, with the sad face going. Anyway, so I guess I can give some kind of commentary in the background. So, Titan, for the most part, very straightforward. You just have to, you know, dodge, 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 dodge. When you start getting into, oh, now they're done. Oh, come on. They were able to get the other tank back up and alive. Hopefully he can pull it together. But it really is about dodging, 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 because if you do what I did and you get clipped and you fall off the ledge there, that's the one unforgivable sin, because there's no coming back from that. As long as you die on the battlefield and you can be brought back. There is a rotation as to how Titan does his moves. You have to watch out for the stomps, the weight of the land. He does cut down the battlefield size every now and then. He does break out the bomb boulders. The general idea is trying to find, you know, the pattern in which it gets laid down on the field, and then understanding and knowing that those are the ones that are going to blow up first, and then you try and make it so this way you're on the later bombs, then you make your way over to the areas where the more recent bombs had been brought. So we mooched off of that one. That's unfortunate. That's okay though. We will accept. That's horrible. He does nothing, and he gets the loot. I feel bad. My apologies, guys. And I got 2 commendations. They're like, poor dude. He stunk so bad that we're going to give him commendations to make him feel better. Alright, so, with that out of the way, we can now head over to Revenant's Toll, get to Mordona, Revenant's Toll, speak with Minfilia, and start the main quest back up. Alright. Alright, good. Good Intentions is now open for us to take on like I said, guys, Ishgard or bust. We can get there. So for those, I do, again, for those who are new tuning in, I do like to make sure that when we are doing the main quest, I give you an opportunity to be able to read. I try to make it to where I read, I finish. I'm not a super fast reader. Should be enough for most people to be able to get through it. I try not to speed through it when it is the main quest. For those who are not aware of where we're at right now, there was a spy within the Crystal Braves, which is kind of like an independent army that was created out of the three nations to oversee the betterment and the overall protection of Eorzea, the world that we play in here. And after we weeded out that Ivy, the spy, you end up having a situation now where Teleji, who is a very prominent merchant within Ul'dah, is taking advantage of the fact that a high-ranking Immortal Flames officer was this Ivy, a Garlean agent, all this time. He's kind of the new bad guy, at least with this. But I think personally that that's not the end of the Garlean threat within our ranks, and everyone knows that I have an eye out for Ebird. Ebird is not a friend of mine, but we'll see how he pans out. So one of the side quests that we're trying to figure out is what's main quest, but it's a side quest within the main quest. Is that in order to kill the Ascians, who are kind of the individuals that are viewed as being the bad guys, the evil people in the main story quest line, how to be able to kill them, because they don't seem to be human, they don't seem to be, spirits of ether. It seems to be that they're somewhere in between, and you need to be able to concentrate enough ether to be able to, I guess, ascend their consciousness into, I'm assuming, what they're going to have, some kind of controlling device in order to hold on to one of these individuals to prevent them from respawning, because you, at the end of the the 7th Astral Era quest, the main storyline of A Realm Reborn, you end up defeating one of these Ascians, but they come back because they can kind of regenerate. So you need to be able to find a way to lock their spirit away so they cannot come back. So coming up with this major ether sort of light kind of spiel is what they're trying to figure out to do, so they can eventually take out the Ascians and remove the threat. Alright, quest accepted. what do you got for us? We are going to speak with Riol, although Lord knows if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And that's right on the other side of this door. I'm suffering from itchy ear syndrome at the moment. So it is interesting that as you go through the main story, they do, hark back to things that you encountered before in the past. So for example, having like the black marketeer, you ran into him at a separate time previously in the storyline, and now they come back, and all of your friends that you get to introduce or reintroduce to the player as you go about the newer questline for the 7th Umbral era. You go back and you meet all these people that you met over the course of your main storyline for the 7th Astral era, and all of these people that you made friends with now become part of the Crystal Braves, and they do a really good job. I'll give Square Enix that for the storyline of tying everything in a nice little bow, or bringing it full circle once you've completed the main storyline, and it continues afterwards. You run into old friends, people that you forgot about, you fall back into helping out, and it just brings back some good memories from previous quests that you took on. So Captain Nugget saying that he's thinking of playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild just to re-ride the Lord of the Mountain. And he says also, does saying Lord of the Mountain make it sound mythical and mystical? I think it makes it sound mythical. Alright, bait and switch. Ebert is eager to bring the Black Marketeer and his clients to justice. Of course he would, Ebert, because I don't trust you. And everything that is good, you wish to just destroy. Alright, now then, we should make for the Burning Wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Roger. Alright, where... Okay, this time's for fun. We don't want to go that way. Bait and switch is over yonder. Jump on that Magitek armor. So we are going to speak with the hired thug. We're going to fall to our death first. These are not exactly the best bodyguards in the world. They look like total noobs. I hope they didn't pay too much for the bodyguards. So here's the head bodyguard. Alright, now we can wait for Ebert outside the tunnel. Let's run. Here's our destination. We will stand and wait. So if someone was screaming from within the cave, we're gonna run and find out what happened. And we've got Ilbert standing over a dead body. I think that's exactly what you wanted. Alright, so bait and switch was an absolute failure, although there is no technical success for that quest. What is next? Best laid schemes. Edward would like nothing more than to have this incident forgotten. I wonder why. Maybe because he's evil. I will join the first in their hunt for the Dusk-White Cell swords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the thirds. Yu Yu Hakushu, no, Yu Yu Hase. He will take care of the rest. We will collect the confiscated crate. And just like UPS, we'll deliver the package. Or everywhere you want to be. American Express also. Alright, where are you, Yu Hakusho? Okay, make more sense if I just use the Ethernet. Where's the closest one? Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Here's your weapons. Alright, we delivered the confiscated weapons over to our friends over at the Crystal Braves. However, Real, who is the individual who gave us the rundown that there was going to be an exchange, he thinks something fishy is going on, so he approached you and wanted to meet secretly. Alright, so Tataru gives us a ring-a-ling, tells us we need to get back to the Rising Stones immediately. We'll make our way there. Things didn't seem right with the quote-unquote Black Marketeers transaction. Real there knew his information was good and appropriate. However, everything went to hell. Didn't seem to come out right, and I think Ebert is on the cause end of that stick. So we'll meet with Tataru, see what she's got to say. Alright, our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at the present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. I'm going to make the assumption that this is the Black Knight that stands by Eremic. And yes, it is. It is Lucia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Can I has Ishgard now?
I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer.
She sounds too much like, oh lord, what's her, Meroweb.
The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers, not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragon Star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
Midgard's Domer.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life.
But he will.
Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Soma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Of course. Of course we accept.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
2 arms. 1, 2. 2 arms. Alright, so we're off to go check out the wreckage from the little war that happened 15 years ago, where essentially Midgårdsmore, or whatever the hell this massive dragon, was an ally at one point, and the dragon essentially died, went to sleep or something, after it took out this really large airship for the Garleans. So I guess at one point or another, dragons were on the side of good, but no longer as we go through Heaven's Ward here. We will try and wrap up this quest, and then I will call it a night. It is 10:04 p.m. It is time for me to be wrapping this up shortly. Of course. Alright, the Keeper of the Lake is now accessible. That means we have to do the Keeper of the Lake as our next item, which I think we will wait to do that. I really don't think we're going to do that tonight. Let's just get rid of the Giga Sozu here. Alright, good. That takes care of that. We can stop it right here, and I think this is going to be a good spot for us to call it a night. So, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. It was a pleasure, as always. We started out with some Super Mario Maker 2. That was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a little bit more than I did prior because I was a little bit better this time around. Had a couple of difficult spots, but it was a lot of fun. Took a very short break, made our way back for some Final Fantasy XIV. It's always a pleasure. Like I always say, when you work a 9 to 5 and it's a difficult day or a long day, getting to wind down something that you really enjoy is always a major plus, and it's ever more so when I get to enjoy it with you. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, please head over and follow our stream on Twitch. Look over at our prior videos on our videos on demand if you're looking for more Power Couple content. We only have 14 days there. So as we make our way to affiliate, we'll eventually have more, but if you're looking for older content, head over to our YouTube channel. Underneath the stream, you can find links to all of our social medias, including YouTube. If you go over to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our page, ring the bell so you can get content updates for when things get posted on YouTube. With that out of the way, again, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This was Joseph, one half of the Power Couple. Pleasure. Have a good night.